You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence, Collision Specialists, 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence.
We got through it. We didn't, nobody went to the hospital is what I'm saying.
That's a good thing.
But it's not backyard wrestling.
All right.
It doesn't have a ring. We were like, no ring.
You were just beating the crap out of each
What
other.
What do you call that?
Here's one of your favorite guys, Jimmy.
Oh no! What about him?
Yeah. All right. Well, he was busted open, and he was.
Who's he mad at now? Who's he mad at now?
He is not really mad, but he's critical of Tiffany Stratton's recent confrontation with Charlotte Flair. And here's what he said: "What about that side-by-side, back-and-forth verbal battle the other night on SmackDown would make you believe that Tiffany is ready for Charlotte Flair?" Bully said. "It was night and day between the two. It was not a very good night for Tiffany at all. I honestly believe that Tiffany is flustered and she's nervous. It's written all over her face." Well, no shit. She's what, 25 years old?
Right.
She's on her way up. Charlotte Flair's what? I think she's 39. She's been doing this for like 15 years.
Right.
Why would you expect them to be equal?
First of all, he's correct that she's nervous, and like you're saying, that's obvious. Okay, I would be nervous too. The mistake what he doesn't say, and this is what I took from watching it. The mistake was the side by side. Why was that necessary to do that? You don't get the personal feel when you do that. Okay, when almost any time that is shown, a side by side where one's talking to the other, always falls flat. This should have been done in the ring with microphones face to face, and I think that would have allowed, who clearly is at a disadvantage, Stratton, because she's nervous, and this is a huge opportunity for her. You need the live crowd for that. You need the two of them to go back and forth and let the crowd feel out what's going on, and let Tiffany learn a great face to face with that. Let that happen again. The side-by-side shit, I don't care if they did it to keep them apart or whatever. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So she's already at a disadvantage. And they were talking over each other because that's what can happen when you're not in the same room with somebody. I mean, shit, you see it all the time. You see it on every podcast you watch it because it's human. It happens, but it was happening a lot during their exchange. I'm like, oh, geez, this is rough. I thought it was rough, and I didn't think it was really fair to either of them. I would have much rather have had this be in the ring. Let the two of them jaw back and forth in the ring, because what they were saying could have been much better in the ring. So, And I got a fighter plane flying over me. I don't know if you hear that.
I hear it. Wow.
Yeah. Well, we're right by the naval base.
Jeez.
So I feel the Pharaoh is safe over here. Pharaohs require naval bases where they live. You know that, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Charlotte's job, I don't think Charlotte's going to lose to her at WrestleMania, honestly. I think she's actually going to win, but I think she's, her job is to, she's at the point in her career where she's going to start, lifting these, these younger, inexperienced talents up, and I think that's what she's going to do. But, I would expect that. I don't expect Tiffany to have the same level of poise as a Charlotte Flair. I'd be shocked if she did.
Right. Look, I think that the match itself is probably going to be very, very good. That's my expectations, that it's going to be very, very good. If the match turns out to be very, very good to great, no one's going to remember this side-by-side promo. Right. These are the earliest days in the hope that Tiffany Stratton is one of the next big stars. So,
and I think that's entirely possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I definitely think that's possible. But a side-by-side didn't do anybody any favors in that exchange. It's a shame to me. I would have much rather seen face-to-face with the crowd going nuts.
Absolutely. So J.A. Will wants to know, is Monty doing okay? Yes, Monty will be back. Don't worry. You only got me for one night.
He's probably eating steak right now. Don't worry.
He's probably doing a lot better than we are, actually. that would be my guess. I got a cup of coffee. He's probably eating a prime rib right now.
Yeah, I got a Czech Diet Cola. Yeah,
there you
doing
go.
Great. Go on.
All right, so we're going to continue with the women here. So Alexa Bliss comes back during the Royal Rumble. She gets a huge pop. She gets pinned by Liv Morgan at Elimination Chamber. Now she's gone again. So I thought maybe she would be the co-leader of the Wyatts. But I mean, where are they? What happened with them?
Well, the one obvious problem is that the whole group are second-tier players. True or false?
Yeah, even Uncle Howdy, the main character, who was that? Bo Dallas, and what did he ever do?
So when you start with that, if you're going to really push it correctly, you have to establish Uncle Howdy. How do you establish Uncle Howdy in today's current wrestling landscape? Who exactly are they going to war with without it me feeling like a comic book?
Right.
It was a nice instant gratification thing when they did it, when they first debuted, but and Mike and I talked about it at the time that they debuted. What's the long-term plan? Does this gimmick have staying power? How are you going to present them in the ring? We're not really seeing anything. I don't think they know what to do with them because it is so outlandish, especially in today's landscape. It's like, what are you going to do with this? Bo Dallas needed to be pushed. If you're going to bring this back and you're going to invest all this stuff, then you needed Bo to at least be taken seriously. And I've already seen him pinned. Haven't you? I think he's been pinned already. I was like,
so, yeah.
I was like, okay. Bray Wyatt would never have gone for this kind of thing, so I think it's kind of sad. This is all supposed to be in memoriam to Bray, and it's falling flat like I suspected it might. Alexis comes back. Okay, that'll be a nice pop if she comes back with them, but then what? We're right back to then what?
Yeah.
What do you do with them? Who's their fearless leader? It's supposed to be Bo Dallas. He's not giving me the vibe like The Undertaker with the Ministry of Darkness or Bray with the Wyatt family. I'm like, okay.
And the other thing is, I mean, who do you feud him with? Because you gotta take like 5 or 6 other guys out of the mix, right? I mean,
yeah. There's really nothing to do with them. If this faction had been around during Taker's prime, I guess Taker could have taken them under his wing, and it would have been interesting because Taker is there, right? So what? There's nothing going on here, bro. It's all pomp and circumstance. It looks cool, but they've already kind of killed it. So I really don't know what to expect from it. And like I said, if Alexa comes back with them, yay! Then what?
I mean, she was, teased the, the Twisted Bliss. So I kind of thought that would be her next step, but I mean, nothing.
Right. I mean, does she become the vocal and face piece for this thing? I mean, is she going to be able to somehow get them to? It's funny. I mean, there's always hope for a faction. Like when Judgment Day first started, they absolutely sucked. Correct?
Oh yeah, big time.
And then they eventually found the right niche, and everything was fine. But this is different. This gimmick itself makes it so. Elijah, you're cornered with a gimmick like this. It's like you got to have your guitar when you're Elias. You got to have spooky stuff when you're this. It's too cornered nowadays. That's why we don't see the specialized gimmick very much anymore. What would you do with the missing link today? What would you do? Do you understand what I'm saying? Some things are just not cohesive in today's wrestling landscape, and this is an oddball, and they don't really know what to do with it.
I think that's it. I think they're really trying to, recapture the magic of Bray Wyatt, but none of those guys are Bray Wyatt. That's the problem.
You can't do that, and if you were going to present this with Uncle Howdy, then you needed to push him as a Bray Wyatt. Otherwise, I have no idea why any of this is happening. You know what I'm saying? That was my expectation. I thought to myself, see, I've always felt that Bo Dallas was an untapped source of entertainment. Going back to his NXT days, and I always felt like he never really got a chance to show those things that made him work when he was working at that level. I hope that he would have at least been pushed. When he was getting the angry, psychotic breakdowns, those early promos of Uncle Howdy where he was talking to himself, and you'd see shades of Bray. And I would go, okay, this is cool. Where are we going with this? But where have we gone with it? We pulled the plug. Bo's taking pins. I don't know what's going on. You've ruined it. he needed to be pushed like Bray, at least on the card. It's like you can't have it this way. It's secondary. At the end of the day, it's all secondary players, and they kept Bo in the secondary player role. So how can the group ascend? It can't.
I guess they figure he's not going to have that the same kind of charisma as his brother did.
I don't think it's fair. I think they should have figured out a better game plan and tried to do something with it.